Good evening. Here is the latest from today's business and policy announcements. In the broader market, India's 8 core industries reported growth of 3.7% in December, with cumulative growth of 2.6% for April through December. In global macro news from Davos, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen flagged rising US and EU tensions linked to tariff threats and geopolitical disputes, while U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent addressed the World Economic Forum as leaders gathered to discuss shifting alliances and economic challenges. In sectoral developments, the government revised jute stock limits, raised the permitted raw jute stock for mills, and stepped up de-hoarding measures. It also increased B-twill jute bag prices, expanded subsidized seed supply, and reinforced minimum support price operations through the Jute Corporation of India. Turning to company results, South Indian Bank reported a rise in net profit and noted improved asset quality. Union Bank of India reported a record net profit and said advances crossed 10 lakh crore rupees. AU Small Finance Bank and Credit Access Grameen also reported profit growth, supported by asset quality and provisioning trends. In wealth and capital markets, 361 WAM reported higher assets under management and revenue. In information technology, Tech Mahindra reported its highest deal bookings in 5 years, including a large European telecom contract, and highlighted work in artificial intelligence. Persistent Systems reported record revenue. In manufacturing and other sectors, Menon Bearings reported higher revenue led by exports, while DCM Shriham and Oberoi Realty reported revenue gains. Prime Securities, Ujaz Energy, and Sonoris Pharmaceuticals also reported quarterly updates. Moving on to company updates, CARE Ratings downgraded Vishnu Prakash R. Punglia's long-term rating to CARE BBB- with a stable outlook, while affirming the short-term rating at CARE A3, citing working capital intensity, project delays, and promoter stake dilution. Zaggle Prepaid Ocean Services signed a 10-year agreement with Forever New Apparels for employee mobile phone procurement and leasing. Tinner Rubber and Infrastructure won a 2-year order worth 75,791,000 Indian rupees to supply crumb rubber modifier to Indian Oil Corporation's Haldia and Mathura plants. Capri Global Capital said its chief executive Monu Ratra will resign effective January 31st. Rama Steel Tubes appointed Rakesh Chaturvedi as additional executive director and approved a share issuance to acquire a 21.62% stake in Automic Group Holding, subject to approvals. In capital market activity, bulk and block deals were reported in Tata Motors, Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail, and PE Analytics. Separately, a volume shockers list flagged unusual trading activity in Hindustan Zinc, LTI Mindtree, Havells India, Bajaj Electricals, Tips Music, and Bharat Rasayan. In government and policy news, the Competition Commission of India cleared multiple combinations, including Apollo Hospitals raising its holding in Apollo Health and Lifestyle to 99.42%. Emirates NBD Bank's plan to acquire up to 74% of RBL Bank, with the proposed merger of its India banking operations into RBL. A steel joint venture involving Bhushan Power and Steel, JSW Sambalpur Steel. In government and policy news, the Competition Commission of India cleared multiple combinations, including Apollo Hospitals raising its holding in Apollo Health and Lifestyle to 99.42%, Emirates NBD Bank's plan to acquire up to 74% of RBL Bank, with a proposed merger of its India banking operations into RBL, a steel joint venture involving Bhushan Power and Steel, JSW Sambalpur Steel, JFE Steel, and JSW Kalinga Steel, and Tata Steel's acquisition of a majority stake in Triveni Pellets. The government also reviewed infrastructure projects in the northeastern states and called for faster execution. APEDA held an organic conclave and buyer-seller meet in Guwahati to promote Assam agri-exports. The Department of Posts extended export benefits through postal channels for MSMEs and small exporters, and said 887 revamped ATMs have been activated nationwide. Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia also cited updates on BSNL's quarterly operating metrics. Finally, in events and public interest updates, the Vande Bharat sleeper service between Kamakhya and Howrah, scheduled to begin January 22-23, saw tickets sell out within hours of bookings opening. That's the update for today. Thanks for listening.